Right, so now you've got the air filter box. It looks like a 10mm bolt at the front, and then usually it's, probably can't see it, this where it connects the boots onto the throttle bodies. There's small, usually Phillips, so that actually looks like Allen bolts. Okay, so these are 3mm hexes, and you probably can't see, but that's on a tube system. So this one here undoes two of them, two of the boots, and then we've got electrical plug that is just held onto that bracket there. You've got the engine breather, right, so pull your clip down and then you should be able to, I made that sound easy, didn't I? Screwdriver. There we go. So that's your engine breather. Take that out of the way. And then there's another pipe the other side. I think that is it this side. As I say, this is a 3mm hex. So that's undone. That should be loose. We want that 10mm at the front. If it is 10mm. It is 10mm. 10mm bolt out of there. That gives you, gets you that bracket out of the way, which is your throttle cables, so they can come out of the way. And then that's free at the front, so just need to pull the bike. There we go. So again, you've got, you can probably see it a bit better there, you've got a tube going through, so this actual Allen bolt pinches both brackets on two of the inlet boots, hopefully. And then we've got another breather here. I don't know what that's for. So that one off, and then we've got an electrical connection there, which will probably be easier once the filter's up a bit. Made that sound easy. That's that up. So yeah, that just pulls off and take out any spiders you might find, because you don't need them. And then there's the electrical connector there. Just comes off like that. So now we should be free. These are the bolts I was on about. On my old Gixxer, my little 600, these are all individual. So you've got 4 bolts to undo. On this one, handily enough, it's as you can see, there's one Dewberry. Oh, that's why it was a bit stiff. I hadn't undone that enough. Yeah, there's one bolt does 2. Anyway, let's undo a multitude of screws and get to the air filter element and change that. There we go. So one through the middle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 around the edge to undo to get you to your element. Okay, so that should be all 11 undone. There we go, I'll just leave all them in place. Oh, this is a fancy one. But absolutely black, absolutely full of crap. So get rid of that. And the one I've gone for is a Motorbike Air Filter, OSU-1308. Experience the difference. Oh, it's only stickers. You got to have stickers. You can't go wrong with stickers. God. There's that. That looks a bit cleaner, doesn't it? A tad better. And that's it. Just seat the rubber. That's the kitty. Right, don't have to do anything with it. One, take off the air filter. Cleanable. It's cleanable, but generally speaking, I just take them out and throw them away. And that is a very ganky engine breather with a bit of ganky condensation in there. So that wants a bit of a clean. Uh-oh. That's the missus. I've got to go in for breakfast. Okay, so the engine breather filter's had a blowout, and I've cleaned out the bottom of the tray that it's in. So that's all good. Air filter's in, so now top back on. I won't bore you with this, and then we'll get it back in the bike. Right, okay. So this is easy one-handed. Filter box going back in. And what I've got to put on from this side, the left-hand side, is the electrics there on the sensor, and one of the pipes in there, some form of vacuum pipe by the looks of it. I've loosened off these now, so they'll be a bit more compliant going back in, give me a bit more room. But first of all, I'll get that electrical connector on, because it does like to flop down. How do we go? That way up, in there, and then up like that, and then get the electrical. So just slot it in loosely first, and then I'll get the electrical connector on in there. Where's my torch gone? There it is. So electrical connector on there, and then I've got a, I believe it's some sort of vacuum pipe for the fueling system that needs to go on there. But first of all, I think I'll leave that off. I'll get the pair system pipe. But first of all, I'll come around this side, and the pair, this is for the pair system, which is for emissions. I've just looked that up. I had to look it up because I didn't know what it was. It's the PAIR system, the pair system. So this pipe that wasn't on is the PAIR system, the pair system, which is for emissions only, I believe, for everything I've read. It's for emissions. So what it does is introduces fresh air from the airbox into your exhaust, and it dilutes the exhaust gases for emissions reasons. Okay, so I'll just get the pair system plugged back in, and if it has been undone for a reason, I don't believe this bike has got a full system. I think it is only end cans it's had put on it, so I shouldn't get too many problems with it. It might increase a bit of popping on the back because any spent fuel coming out into the exhaust will now have an air supply. Just put the breather on as well. Yeah, any spent fuel coming out into the exhaust will now have an air supply, so it'll ignite easier. So I might get a bit more popping on big throttle movements, big deaccelerations and stuff, but ultimately it's meant to be connected, so I've reconnected it. I think that is nicely in place. Make sure the scoops are connected, throttle cables are out the way. So that's the pair system on, that's the engine breather. This is another little sensor, which I don't know what it does, but it clips on that bracket there, and then back to the other side to do that other one. I'll just get that clip moved up. Come on, you know you want it. Right, bit of faffing, but that's on. So that's the engine breather, that's that bracket there. The box is all sitting nicely. I'll get that other so electrical connectors on this side, and then got another I believe vacuum pipe, probably something to do with the throttle bodies. Okay, so that's that vacuum pipe on. All this, just have a look underneath, is all sitting down beautifully. You've just got to make sure throttle cables are running smoothly through there, which they are. It's definitely down. Scoops are in place. That's it. Just need to tighten these bolts up on the inside here with a different one to that, because that one doesn't fit. As I say, I've undone these quite a bit, so it would go on quite nicely. That's nice and tight. Same screw the other side. Right, that's nice and tight. You just want to sort out the throttle cable bracket with the 10mm bolt, but before I do that, I'm actually going to start the bike up and right, we've got fuel, air's plugged in, everything blah blah blah. Gorgeous. Right, obviously being a Suzuki, it's not a one-hand operation. So that's new plugs and new air filter, and I will just make sure it runs, just in case I've left something off that needs to be on. All good. Okay, so I just got to get the throttle bracket back in place and the throttle cable bracket back in place, and put my 10mm bolt through, and then put the tank down. Okay, it's a bracket in, which obviously lays the cables quite nice and flat for the tank to sit better. Also, there is this post here, which is where they run through to stop them coming forward. I don't quite know what that is. I think it's for heated grip, so that's an aftermarket doofer. But yeah, they run through between that post around the airbox and obviously down to your throttle bodies, and just make sure the throttle operation is nice and smooth, which it is, although the throttle grip is coming off. So yeah, that's nice and smooth. So now the tank can go back down. Doubly make sure we're running. Okay, cool.